Hope you're ready. It'll be here any minute.
Sweden here to see the new Guardians of the Galaxy movie, and we're excited. I just got back home. Everyone else is out partying, and I didn't really, everything is dark, but I still really need to talk about this movie because it's amazing. It really is amazing. I really think I want to give it 9 out of 10. On IMDb it has 8.2 out of 10, and I could live with that as well, but it's an amazing movie. I am so stoked I went in to see it. Honestly, it's unbelievable. I really want to talk about this movie, so if you haven't seen it yet, go and watch it and then come back, because there will be spoilers in this.
Spoiler alert.
Everything they're doing with Tiny Groot is amazing. Like, he's just the greatest character to have running around, sort of like an idiot child. The beginning where he's just like dancing around and everything, it's incredible. It's so well made. Honestly, when I first saw that we were like starting out the movie and then boom, we have a fight scene, I was like, whew, that's quick. This is gonna take a while.
That's intense.
They did it brilliantly. The fight scene wasn't even the central part. We're just sort of following Groot running around, and it's incredible. Like, they do so many great things. But I will also say this, I do believe that it's a brilliant move of them to bring him back in the end. Like, he's sort of growing up. There's a funny scene in the outro where we see him as a teenager. It's incredibly funny, but they really have to like let him grow up now, because they really can't do much more. Like, they do everything they can with him as a baby Groot, but they need to renew him and get back to the old days. But everything else is great. The only complaint I have about this movie is the fact that the villain is supposedly a god, and it just kind of feels like they beat him really easy. Just sort of put your hand here and then make him fall asleep, and then poof, then he can't stop you. I mean, that really is stupid. And the entire siblings war between Gamora and her, like, and it feels wrong. Somehow it's still a great movie. It doesn't take from it being a great movie. It just feels like it's a filler element that doesn't really belong anywhere. And she ends up leaving anyways to try and kill Thanos. So, I mean, honestly, I would probably have rather not have had that in, but like, Peter Quill is still amazing. It's just all in all a great plot. I love Yondu. He really shines in this movie. I'm so sad that we won't see him in the next one. Stallone, I mean, what the hell are you doing here? It was so beautiful when you sort of brought all of the scavengers and we had the whole funeral scene and all the fireworks, and it was just such a beautiful thing. I realize that all of this is fiction, but that doesn't mean that it isn't super beautiful to watch, and the effects were amazing when they were like sort of throwing the ball around, and there were so many great things. There really was. Plot wise, I mean, yeah, I really love the plot as well. I would have liked a bigger and faster villain somehow. It feels like, I'm your dad, but I'm gonna keep that secret from you, but we still know that I'm the bad guy because nothing happens in the first half of the movie except we meet you, so you kind of have to be the bad guy. That was a shame. I kind of feel like we should have seen Thanos at some point, so that we would have thought that they would get to fight against him with the dad, or like, we needed something more to sort of sell the idea that he wasn't the bad guy, because I kind of feel like we guessed that as soon as we saw he only had like one person helping him on the entire planet. Like, at that point we knew, okay, he takes people here to kill them, which is exactly what he does. I like the fact that he had been around forever, and I like the sort of storytelling with the weird characters in those globes that spun around. I really liked all of that. That was super creative, and honestly, from a CGI perspective, probably super cheap to make as well, so they really didn't have to spend a lot of money on telling that story. I really like that, but it kind of breaks the illusion that he's a god, because if he was a god, he could have just as easily created the actual world inside that spinning globe. It wouldn't have had to be Marvel characters, but that's tiny details. I really liked it, and the music is great as well. They just have this way of bringing back old music and dubbing it to the actual plot lines. It makes great sense. Just adds to the movie. I really like the guy they picked for the villain. He played such a great tall dark stranger from outer space, kind of. At the end, why did his face have to be on the planet? The fact that Groot just kind of runs off, and like, we know that he's not gonna kill everyone, so we know he's not gonna push the bad button, but they kind of play around with the fact that he's almost pushing it like 4 times, and it gets a little bit stretched out in the end. All of that being said, it really was an amazing movie. I definitely am gonna watch it again, and I was so stoked that it came out. Like I really didn't think we would get it before November or December this year. I realized that's just me not being up to date, but I'm sorry about that. I can't really keep up with everything. If you're gonna go and watch a movie right now, I think this is probably the way to go. I really had a blast. At one point, I was so into the movie that I accidentally like reached and grabbed the Coke and then brought it up to my mouth, and then I was like, hey, there's more Coke in this. And that's because I had taken like the person next to me's Coke and lifted it, but I just like gently put it back and like whispered sorry, but got no response. So I really don't think he noticed, but that would have been so embarrassing. But yeah, can I just say that as well? Like if you sit in a movie seat, the right cup holder belongs to your seat. It's not like, I mean, fair enough, he got there first and then he took the left one for his. So I really didn't want to say anything, but still it just felt wrong. But I realized I have nothing to bitch about there. All in all, an amazing experience. I'm so glad I went. I don't really think I want to say too much more. 8.2, I think it deserves more on IMDb. It's just, I really had a great time. But yeah, that's going to be it for this video, guys. Thank you so very much for watching. I really hope you guys enjoyed. And if you have anything to add or I don't think we should put spoilers in the comments down below, but like if you have anything you want to discuss about the movie that isn't spoiler related, put it in the comments down below, and I'll definitely get back to you guys. And yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Take care.